Alrighty. Should be set to go. Alright, I'll wait a few minutes for everybody to, come in and about, and then we'll talk about Bitcoin, where I think she's going, and, what levels we could see beyond these Fib levels, because we might actually be able to plot up 2 Fibonacci levels here pretty soon. And then on top of that, this is a shorter stream tonight because I have to go to my mom's house at 8 o'clock, and I'm going to make her and my sister some dinner, so we're going to have a nice little family later night dinner, I guess you would say, right? Let's see. Hey, Hector the Dude. Yes, sir. Made a whole bunch of money today. Hey, there you go. I'm happy for you, my man. There's been a lot of people making good money these past couple days, so I've been really excited about that. I'm probably going to add a small position here pretty soon to do a it's a high risk position, but I'm going to have a little bit of fun with it. All right. Wait for some more people to pop in here, then we should be good to go, guys. So far, I've been looking at some of the Fibonacci levels, and I found something pretty interesting. What I'll tell you guys about here pretty soon. Or we got enough people in here. This is a 1 hour stream today, guys. Not the normal 2 hours. Partly because I streamed 3 hours earlier today, and also, like I told you guys, I have dinner with my mother and sister tonight. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Hey, Christian, my man. Let's see. Hey, Chris. There we go. Okay, we're building back up here. It is a little bit later than I normally stream as well, so we'll see how many people actually show up. But so far, guys, if you look at these Fibonacci levels, let me actually take away this oscillator that we've been watching. So we started off at the breakout to the all-time high, which we had here at 67,000, okay? Throughout that time, we were able to break out, move up here, hit a little bit of a snag, but still managed to kind of creep through it here. But we found support here, resistance there. So this Fibonacci level, for the most part, has been holding up quite well, okay? And now, you can see some resistance there, then eventually breaking out there with ease, resistance, then breaking out, and we got all the way up here to this, this kind of overbought zone, if you would. Now we're coming back down here. This is the most important chart, I think, for the moment, guys, is the 3 hour chart. Sorry, 3 hour chart, because this is where you can see we're holding on to this Fibonacci level right here, and on top of that, we're also holding on to the 200 moving average on the 3 hour chart. Okay, so if we fall down, we definitely have a chance of coming back down here to the $53,000 realm, 53, 54,000. Okay. If you want to go over to the 4 hour chart, same thing, just no moving average, kind of helping us out. So there's a couple options for Bitcoin in the short term here. Okay. Let's take away this one for now, because I'm trying to make this line as precise as possible. This is just for me to show you what can happen here. Short term, we're hovering, as I showed you before, above the 200 moving average on the 3 hour chart. What can happen right here is we have one last bounce before making a move down here, okay? Think of like this, maybe a little bit more graceful, if you will, okay? So that's one of the opportunities here. On the flip side, if we do break down below this 200 moving average, it'll look something a little bit more drastic, maybe come back up a little bit, but then eventually coming back down like this. So when I open up a small play here in a little bit, it's a very short stop loss. If I lose money, I lose money. It won't be like more than like a couple percent, honestly. But it is a very high risk play that I'm about to do. But I'm hoping for a bit of a bounce off, playing into some of these moving averages here. So as we continue to pop up, I'm hoping we can at least get back up to 60,000 for a little bit of for a short-term play here. But this is what I wanted to show you guys as well. So we have this Fibonacci level. I'm also going to put another Fibonacci level on here from this breakout up here, okay? So let's do that right now. And this one is going to look more like this and going to the all-time highs as well. Let's line that up. And I just want to see if anything, if we go to like the 4 hour chart or anything like that, we see any difference here. And what I'll do temporarily is I will... Am I able to hide this? Okay, perfect. Okay. So this is the second Fibonacci level here. And we can see it's not as nice as the other one here, but let's see if we can find it held okay. Let's see. Not too much there. So that first one was a lot better here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually unhide the other one here. Well, let me unhide it. Ooh, maybe it won't let me unhide the other Fibonacci level. Hold on a second here. No, it's not going to let me unhide the other Fibonacci level. Okay, that's fine. I'll just remake another one here. And let's go right back up here to the other level as well. Okay. So what I'm going to see is if any of these lines come anywhere close to each other for any extra levels of support that we might see. So we do, it looks like we might have one extra little bastion of hope here, which is around 57,000, which kind of makes sense if you think about it. Nice even number, or yeah. So before we hop down here to 54,000, 53,000, we have an opportunity to hop back up to bounce off of 57,000. I'm still pretty bearish on it, but I at least want to make this play, make this a little bit of a short-term swing play here. But overall, guys, you know, I'm hoping we could bounce, but right now, Bitcoin still looks pretty bearish. So if you're buying a bunch of coins, you know, start to slowly accumulate them. There's no reason to dump a whole bunch of money into any one of your favorite altcoins, at least for now. But you can definitely start adding to your positions. Just in case we take another big dip here overnight or over the next few days here, you're going to see that all of your altcoins start to go down pretty drastically in price. And then whenever altcoin season starts here, probably sometime in November or December, to be honest, that's when we're going to start to see all of those altcoins really start to spike. But for now, we have a lot of opportunities to make money in the market. SHIB is still doing okay. What you doing over there, doggo? What you doing, doggo? Stop biting stuff. There we go. SHIB managed to hold on after that Coinbase crash that it caused a little bit earlier. I think Crypto.com went down, Voyager went down, and Coinbase went down, and Coinbase Pro went down. So it was a pretty big outage. At the moment, I'm looking at this, and it is kind of breaking out in the slowest of manners. SHIB looks like it wants to have another run here. I will be waiting for that. I've just been seeing the volume actually pretty steadily decrease, so I'm waiting to see if there's going to be an ignition candle there to kind of take SHIB to that next step. So if you guys are looking at SHIB, you guys can look at the 5-minute or the 15-minute chart here, and then what you're going to be looking for is a nice longer candle signifying a big volume increase. So, or you can do the 1-minute chart as well, and what you're looking for is a big candle that's going to signal a larger move. It's going to make these candles look small, okay? So it's going to be something more, something like this. You saw how these candles look like this, and then all of a sudden, boom, those are ignition candles right there. So I'll be waiting and watching SHIB with, you know, with some interest here to see if there's a play to be made. I will probably sell about 80% of my SHIB within the next 24 hours, probably within the next, like, by the time I get back home from visiting my mother, okay? Now, let me go back over here to Bitcoin, though. Let's get the Fibonacci levels off for now, or, yeah, there's no real reason to have them on right in here. There we go. Go back to auto, put up there, that level. And yeah, right now, Bitcoin's hovering over a Fibonacci level and the 200 moving average on the 3-hour chart. So just be aware of that, guys, okay? And you can see right here, let's see. I mean, it looks like it wants to make a move, guys. It really does look like it wants to make a move here. That's the 15-minute chart. Let me go to the 1-minute out for SHIB here very fast, and I'll start to answer some of you guys' questions. There we go. Yeah, it's tried. Let's see how on the 5-minute has it actually held though. A little bit. It's trying to make a move here. We'll wait and see. Oops. But we don't need this because it's not really honoring that trend line. There we go. Okay, 5-minute chart right here. Or let's just go to 1 minute, and then we'll kind of watch it in slow motion. I'm gonna put Bitcoin in the 15 because it hasn't really done anything as of yet. All right, there we go. Hey Morgoth, hey, you're watching. Show Mike some love and like the stream. Oh yeah, guys, if you can, please consider liking the stream. I know it's a little bit later time. Oh, and hey, you're watching. I saw the super chat. Thank you so much. I think I might have exited the stream before I saw it, but I did want to say thank you for that. I did see that you sent it, so thank you very much, my man. Hey Monica, I converted my SHIB into Bitcoins. Ooh, that's nice to know, Hector. Let's see. That's probably the safe way to go right now. Let's see. Let's see. Hey, Mr. Rock. Hope you're having a very good night, my man. Hey, False Devo. Let's see. Just got word that my horse sorority is buying SHIB. Oh my gosh. Why buy it at this high price? But just tell them, you know, take your profits when they come. Take your profits when they come as far as SHIB's concerned, or they will get, like, burned. Hey, Uptick Miami, my man. Hi, Mike. My new stock broke out today on 60 million shares and got halted at 109, which killed the momentum, but it was looking nice. Hey, there you go. As long as you're making money, my man, that's all that matters. What stock was it? Seems like it might have been a little volatile. Not something I play, you know, but definitely if you want to play with it and you're making money, keep on doing what you're doing. Hey, RW, still bullish on Doge. I still expect Doge to hit $1.80 in 2022. I'm holding SHIB long term. Yeah, I'm still bullish on Doge. I'm just basically waiting for the next couple weeks and then altcoin season after that. I want to see Dogecoin within like sometime within the next 2 weeks or the first 2 weeks of November hit above 30 cents and start holding above that level. When that happens, I'll be pretty excited for it. I think what's happening right now is how's the market cap game looking right now? Let me refresh the page here. So Dogecoin has taken over SHIB once again here for as far as market cap is concerned, but it's a very close battle going on here. And if SHIB does make a breakout here in the next few minutes, you would probably expect it to overtake Doge one more time as far as the market cap is considered. The one thing here is it took SHIB all of that momentum to bring it up here to number 11, and I think it was up to number 7 or no, number 8 at the top at the height of its move here today. So what I'm looking for as far as these two are concerned, when Dogecoin goes back up to like, you know, its all-time highs and whatnot, it's going to go back up here towards like number 4, number 5 area. And I don't know if SHIB's going to be able to do that anytime soon here because it's just been pumping and pumping and pumping so hard. And each time it pumps, that takes so much freaking energy. And it was saved today, I believe, for the pure fact that even though it dipped and had a mini drop here for consolidation, since Coinbase had crashed, since Crypto.com had crashed, and since Voyager had crashed, that stopped a lot of people from panicking and selling off. And what you actually saw was it dropped back down, but then it started getting eaten back up, and that negated a lot of the fears that a lot of the SHIB holders had, especially when they had no way to actually sell any of their coins because, you know, their exchanges were kind of locked out, unfortunately, right? So, but right now, I still like a Dogecoin and SHIB. I'm just kind of patiently waiting for Dogecoin. Because look at the market cap battle. Somehow Doge has been staying around $31 billion market cap for a while now. Like a while. SHIB just kind of joined the party. We'll see if SHIB can go even higher. But remember, SHIB is eventually going to come down. Remember, it's not going to just like start going sideways out of nowhere. It's eventually going to have to breathe back down here, as all coins, all stocks must. Okay, so just keep that keep that in mind. Okay, because whenever you have something that's a phenomenon like this, like how Dogecoin was and whatnot, eventually people start to sell. When people start to sell because a lot of people at the same time have made a bunch of money, then you start to see the panic set in with everybody who bought at a higher level, and that increases the rate of downturn, and it just starts going cascading and cascading and cascading while everybody's taking their profits and people are still trying to find another opportunity to buy. For me personally, after I sell my SHIB and I leave like 20% on the table to kind of run for as long as I feel I need to, I'm not going to touch it until it comes back down to a decent level for me. I don't know what that level is right now, but it would have to be somewhere below, 0.0005000, right? So the 5 level. And down here is where I'd be more likely to actually buy back into it. There will be lots of swings and whatnot if you guys want to do some day trading. But for me and SHIB, I want to let that thing come back down hard before I start buying it again. Hey, Uptick Miami, can you look at real quick at new stock things? Yeah, no worries, my man. Let me check it out for you. Hopefully by the time we're done looking at this, SHIB will have started to pop off here. So this has been coming down for some time here, but it looks like it has never had a stock split, which is pretty nice. So that means that at one point it was actually up $20. What I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to go over to the screener. I was looking at some stuff earlier on. And what I want to see is if the short float is 4%. That's a nice little pop-off opportunity, not a big one. Putin announces receipt of New York Stock Exchange non-compliance notice adds trading price. So be careful of this. So what's going to happen here is they got notice of compliance issues, which means mostly, guys, if you're on the New York Stock Exchange or any of these major exchanges, you're supposed to be above $1 normally. If you fall below 50 cents, you risk being taken off the exchange, and then you get moved over to what's called the over-the-counter markets, which if you look at Hertz when it went bankrupt or almost went bankrupt, it got taken off the major exchanges and it got put onto the over-the-counter ones. And so that can be a little bit of a challenge sometimes. For now, it's getting boosted up a little bit. It's up at what, 75 cents. If it does not keep on going up past $1, you're going to see them actually do a stock split on this stock, which means it will actually go, the value will actually drop down pretty drastically, because what they're going to do is, like, let's say there's 5 stocks. They're going to turn, for every 5 stocks, they're going to turn like 5 stocks into 1 stock, basically. So they're going to lower the supply and therefore drive up the price, because the demand is not going to be changing. But the fact that they're doing that is actually going to lower the demand, which is going to make the price drop a little bit during that announcement. So right now, you're fine. See if you can, like, make some more money off of this next few days. Go for it, right? I would tell you, though, it's a ticking time bomb as far as holding it for much longer than a week or so, because pretty soon they are going to have a stock split announcement, maybe, most likely, if they want to stay on the exchange, which is therefore going to drive it back down, okay? So, so yeah, just be aware of that. The good thing is, here actually it went up to $1.20, which means if it's able to get back above $1 and hold, then they're going to go back into compliance, which will help them out a lot, and therefore maybe give it a quick boost once the NASDAQ or whichever one it was, New York Stock Exchange, says, hey, you're in compliance again. You'd expect to see another boost off of that, okay? So that's kind of a special case. Not many. I don't really go into those types of details for many stocks, but that's something in particular with the compliance. Compliance is a big thing that happens in the stock markets. See, I told you it was going to blow up. A little pop. Perfect timing. Let's see. See. Hey, Corey, could you please explain how to use a crypto versus Bitcoin chart to see if it's gaining better than Bitcoin, EOS Bitcoin, for example? If you're going to try to do something like that, let me see if I can find that exact one or not. EOS. Here you go. Talking about something like this, right? It's going to look a little bit, a little bit different here. So if you're trading EOS versus Bitcoin, normally you just want to trade while Bitcoin is actually pretty stable or not during any volatile events. The only reason I don't like to trade like this so much is sometimes you'll see Bitcoin and this coin falling down. So no matter what, you're not really making any money or any profits off the trade because both are falling. If you want to be able to trade this, usually I have this chart, but I also just have a flat out Bitcoin chart open on the side like this. So I can see what Bitcoin looks like on, let's go to Bitcoin on the 5 and then EOS on the 5 as well here. Right? And you can see for the most part, it's just following Bitcoin's price. So it's not too different, especially since the prices are pretty muted at the moment. But I don't really recommend trading Bitcoin versus something else, or Bitcoin versus EOS, or Bitcoin versus SHIB, or Bitcoin versus Dogecoin on average, just because it works best if Bitcoin's going up and the other one's going down, or the other one's going down and Bitcoin's going down and the other one's going up, if that makes sense. So it really depends on if you're looking for Bitcoin or not. It can work out, but I don't really like to trade it that much. I trade all of mine through USDT personally. Let's see, this is 5. You can kind of see how similar it is. But yeah, it just depends on if you're trying to get more Bitcoin or more of the actual coin. If you're trading, that's normally how I think about it in terms. I don't think about it in terms of profit. I think about it in terms of, hey, after this trade, I got more Bitcoin than I had before. Or after this trade, I got more EOS than I had before. And that, to me, is the profit that I'm looking for. I'll go back over here. And let's go back over here to SHIB. Five-minute. There we go. All right, it's trying to make a move here. Hey, so I hope you're doing well, my man, and you're welcome, my man. I appreciate it. Any chance of money flowing from SHIB to Doge? Oh yeah, there's a huge chance of it, but for now, let SHIB have its run. I mean, for now, I'm totally fine with SHIB having its big money run. The only thing that's going to be bad with SHIB is the same thing that happened with Dogecoin, is when it eventually falls, because you're going to see, it's not going to be regular retail traders that start the downfall. It's going to be a few whales that start selling off some massive amounts, and at the same time they're selling, they're also going to be shorting. So you're going to see a huge drop in SHIB eventually. Don't know exactly what day it is. It's just going to happen. When that happens, you're going to see a lot of bag holders in SHIB, and that's what I worry about, because right now there are so many people that have a lot of profits in SHIB, and I mean like a lot of profits. But at the same time, you know, what's happening? A lot of people aren't selling because they believe this thing can go up to a penny. If I don't know. SHIB. So this guy, I don't even know who he is. He could be a very good guy. Maybe this is just clickbait. But he's talking about SHIB going to a penny. Okay? 10 cents, a dollar. You know, like, people are going to believe this crap. And then they're going to try to hold till a penny right now. And if they do that, they're going to lose a lot of money. Same, right? To a penny. This is not a penny. This is 10 cents. So that's 10 cents right there. That's another person that's like lying and not telling the truth. Let's see. This guy doesn't have a price, or maybe he does, but you know, it's not like flatly shared on here. A penny confirmed. A penny is not freaking confirmed. $1 Shiba Inu. Most of these people are more of entertainers than traders, I say. I like that crazy hair. But yeah, so you just got to be careful about how you approach it. There's like, if you look at this and you say, oh, SHIB's going to hit $1 and I'm buying at this very low price, oh my gosh, I'm going to be a millionaire, right? Or a bajillionaire, whatever you're going to say. Well, they're going to be ultimately very sad, mad, pissed off, whatever you want to say, when they realize that in order for SHIB to do that, it's going to have a higher market cap than Bitcoin, right? By a lot. Let me just kind of show you the scale of what they're looking at as far as SHIB's concerned. So SHIB is right down here. $1 is up here, right? Can't really see anything, can you? Now, I'm not saying they can't hit $1 if there's like a lot of burning, in fact, over like a couple decades and stuff like that. But for anybody right now, just understand, it's not going to just go straight to $1, to a penny, nothing like that. What's going to happen is it's going to go up for a bit more. Awesome. Great. I'm happy for it to keep going up because I have some, right? But eventually it's going to come back down, and people are going to have to realize that, oh man, maybe I held for a little bit too long, and they have to sell before they realize that they're going to turn into a bag holder if they don't get out. And so, you know, it'll just be one of those things. It's a learning opportunity for a whole bunch of people. But me being a YouTuber, I know I'm gonna have people asking me, should I buy into SHIB if it drops down a little bit? Should I buy? And I'm just like, probably not, right? Remember, guys, I bought my SHIB way down here, so I'm happy with my returns at the moment. But this is why I'm okay with selling some of my SHIB later tonight or tomorrow morning, depending on what time I get back here. So just please keep that in mind. There's going to be a lot of like YouTube crypto entertainers out there telling you that SHIB can hit $1 or SHIB can hit like a penny. Don't fall for it, people. Just please don't fall for it, okay? Hey Hugo, how you doing, my man? Let's see. Hey Hugo, are you asking me to look at a stock, or did you just type an M? If you want me to look at Macy's, let me know. But I don't know if it was just a typo or something like that. See. Hey Ryan, hey Mike, I saw my APH put for $230 today. Thanks for looking into the stuff I asked. It's always good to get a second opinion from someone you like with more experience than me. Hey dude, I'm happy you made some good money off of it. And I'm happy I'm happy that I don't know if it was the earnings that helped you out, but I'm happy that you were able to kind of read into between the lines, so to speak, and make a good play off of that. Hey Monica, if Bitcoin looks bearish while my position was overall up 8 to 10% up in my time horizon about 3 to 4 months, would you still consider selling? No, I think that's fine. I'm still holding my longs. I'm just talking about if you guys are in some of these shorter term positions here. Like for me with Bitcoin, as I see it right here, because you know, a few days ago I told you guys, hey, we broke down below this trend line. Let me go to the 4-hour chart. It's a little bit better. I was like, hey everybody, we broke down. This usually means a little bit of a dip is coming, so this is an opportunity to sell to buy back for less coins. Okay. So what happened is I sold some of my altcoins and whatnot, and sold some of my, I didn't sell my Bitcoin, but I sold my altcoins basically. We had a drop, it came back up a little bit, then eventually, we came back down even more. And what's happening right now is we're hovering above Fibonacci level, and at the same time we're hovering around the 200 moving average on the 3-hour chart. Now, what's most likely going to happen is we're going to fall down below this 200 moving average over the next few days or so. When that happens, I expect another drop to look something like this, and then we might come back down here to support somewhere around $54,000. And I forget exactly where the Fibonacci line is going to be at, but it's going to be somewhere around here at somewhere around here at 52,487 or 478. So, you know, that's where I can see a good bottom for us at the moment. But if you're looking at, this is the 3 hour, 4 hour, you can almost see a little bit of a shoulder ahead and then another shoulder here. And usually what that means is that we're going to come down here a little bit more. So I'm hoping this pattern doesn't play out. As I said, we do have support right now on the 200 moving average, and I'm hoping that we can have this little bit of a play where we bounce off of it a little bit, come back up, and then eventually take another leg down here. So, but it's up to you. I'm so happy to hold my Bitcoin because I feel like after we come back down, we're going to consolidate, and then we're just going to go freaking through blowing up the roof. Okay, that's my personal opinion right now, and it'll happen more when we break out of this trend line right here. Hopefully it doesn't break out too soon. But yeah, so that's what I'm thinking about short term. So if you're okay with like riding the waves out, go for it. If you wanted to sell some and then try to buy back more coins, you can definitely do that. But just know I'm not 100% accurate all the time. So maybe we just bounce off of here, then break out, then we do some type of little ugly cup and handle, then we go into the moon. So just understand that's like, you know, there's a lot of opportunities here, but if it's up to you if you want to sell and buy back more, or if you just want to hold a position, ride the waves, then, you know, wait for us to hit another batch of all-time highs here pretty soon. And let's go right here, delete, back to the 5. There we go. So let's go to the 15. There we go. Hey, Albie, my man, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate it, my man. Hey, brother, could you please take a look at XRP Ripple? I sure can for you. There you go. I actually just bought some of this today. My dog is gassy. I'll wait. No, I got another half an hour. I'll wait for half an hour before I take him out. Okay. So what you're seeing from here, XRP was actually a decent time to actually buy a short position on this one. You saw how it broke down. That's exactly when you wanted to buy your short. But if I'm looking at this right now, it looks bearish. Is there anything else here that is a level of support, at least from a trend line perspective? Let's take a quick peek. This might be a little over exaggerated, but looks like it may be the case here. Yeah. Oh, yowza. Okay. Okay, here. Let's get rid of all these previous breakouts that we were watching for. There we go. So I would say right now, XRP is pretty bearish. The good thing is it doesn't matter what it is because Bitcoin can always come by and save the day. What I'm looking at right here, though, is a level of support right around here at 85 cents. So I would probably want to add some if it comes anywhere near or anywhere below 90 cents, to be frank. I would definitely like to add more to this position here. What else can I see here? Let me watch this breakout that just happened a while ago. Is anything... What the heck? Okay, what? There we go. Held, resistance, held until it fell, held. Okay, so you do have a little bit of help on the Fibonacci levels right now, which is pretty darn nice. You have some help here at 0.9671 cents, which is only a few pennies less than what it is at now. But you know, I think this looks like it has a little bit more room to go down. So you might see this come back down all the way down here to 85 cents or so, or at least test it out. And what I mean by test out is I mean more of a quick wick where it strikes on really fast and it recovers, then it'll slowly kind of curl back up here. So I would say it looks bearish right now, but it presents a really good buying opportunity. So I took a small position here a little bit ago. I'm going to continue to take small positions on XRP. Half of them are for long-term plays because I have some extra cash on me right now. And then the rest of them are going to be swing trades, which I hold for up to 2 months. So that's my plan here. And as it keeps on going down, I'm going to accumulate more if it does keep on going down. Otherwise, I'll start accumulating some up here if it decides to hold, but it won't be nearly as much because I want to put some good money down at XRP for this next run here. And then I'll also be buying some on this actual breakout that happens here. But yeah, so that's what I think about XRP. Right now, overall, I mean, I still like it for this next bull run that we're seeing from Bitcoin, but I think you're going to have a good opportunity to buy some more in the next few days. So I wouldn't recommend buying a huge bulk amount of it, but, you know, buy a little bit every few days or so. You accumulate a pretty good position, so when it does eventually pop up, you'll have a decent moving average, which will help you make some good profits off of it. And I think you could say the same for most of these other altcoins here, because you saw right here, ADA actually broke down smack right there. Perfect opportunity to short. Right now it's holding support, barely. It kind of went down below support, but right now it's holding it. And it looks like it may want to take another leg down here. But if we all remember, ADA had its own huge crazy move earlier. So this actually moved up before Bitcoin. So it kind of has to deal with its own problems. But the opportune time to sell your ADA was all the way back here, remember? We had this line like that. And you saw boop. And then we had another level of support. And then, you know, we had one last chance. But that chance did not work out for ADA. I was kind of bummed. I was really rooting for ADA. There's also some other stuff here. Is there anything else that I need to look at? Oh, FTM as well today, guys. So FTM is something that's trying to make a move as well, guys. So if you guys did want to hop on this train, I think it'll probably still make you some good money here pretty soon. So just my little 2 cents. FTM has been having some crazy volatility, which has been very fun to watch. Okay, but let's go back to SHIB here so I can just kind of pull it up. Oh, and the last one is STMX. This thing looks very weak at the moment. And so I really want to be able to buy some of this if it comes back down here to like 0.023 level, so like just a little bit more. I'd be happy to get a little bit of a breakout play here. And there you go. For this breakout, much easier. STMX likes to have these big booms. I sold most of my XTMX over here, and I bought back down a small position right over here. And I'm down a little bit right now, but that's fine with me because the profit I made on this was just like, I don't know what happened here, but somebody just decided to make this thing go boom. And this one actually only has like a $250 million market cap, so it can definitely go a lot higher. If you want like a BitTorrent light that can have a nice pop, this is it. If you look at BitTorrent has some nice pops as well, but since it has a much higher market cap, it doesn't necessarily always go boom like that. You usually see these small breakouts here, right? But if you want something a little bit mega for like short-term plays, STMX is definitely your coin of choice. There we go. There we go. All right. Hey Hugo, SHIB support, HIB support, 27th October 8. Oh, okay, SHIB 445. You could do that, but I would recommend the entire time you should be at your computer watching this trade play out. Okay, that's what I would say. See, hey Ryan, it was the earnings that helped a lot. It was trading sideways for days before on the next stock. On to the next stock. Hey, there you go. Hey, you made your money, you're moving on. There you go. Hey Rodriguez, what do I think about the Snapchat stock? Let me help you out right here. And hey Hiram, hope you're doing really well, my man. So if you go look at Snapchat, well, I have a little bit of knowledge about Snapchat actually right now. Let's hold off on Bitcoin for just a second. So it's pretty much like kind of a crash and burn mindset right now as far as this is concerned here. You have support right here, pretty strong level of support actually, at $47.32. I think it might come down for maybe a day or more, and that might not be such a bad thing here. And then, let me pull this right here. What I'm mostly interested in is what I saw today off the flow, because I think it'll start to consolidate, then try to make a move back up here. I don't think social media is going to be having a horrible time. I think it's just like the moment basically of what's happening with Facebook, and Facebook's disease is spreading all over, and how Snapchat had a bad earnings report, which is not going to help, you know, Snapchat at all, right? Like I missed on growth, it's having trouble targeting people with ads because Apple won't allow them to target people, which is great. And plus I hate Snapchat ads. Snapchat ads are the stupidest thing in the world. They're just the way they make you look at them. So, but anyway, something that could be very interesting for you guys to watch is, do I have it open still? No, I do not. Okay, hold on a second, guys. So if we go over here to option flow data, and if I go to calls bought out of the money, I think it was over $1 million flow. I posted this a little bit earlier. You're going to see some Snapchats in here, I believe. Or was it above ask? Yeah, there you go. Okay. Which is above that. So you see three certain calls were bought here today. One play was worth 5.61 million. The other one was worth 5.35 million, and the other one was worth 1 million. And pretty large sizes. There was sweeps. They were above the ask, which means they were paying above the asking price, which is normally a pretty stupid thing to do. But if you want all of this, you have to grab it all up, right? Now these strike prices are for $55, $55, and another $55. Right now you're sitting at 52, and they don't expire, I think, until January, if I remember correctly. Oh, I had another dashboard open right here. This one is 2/18, so this is February 18th. So no, they don't actually expire until February 18th. So they must be expecting this to take off and rebound quite well. And these calls cost about $5.35, which is pretty darn expensive, I would say. But what that leads me to believe is it's, short term, maybe you can make a little bit of a move, but I think it's best to wait a little bit longer before taking that big bite if you're trying to buy options on Snapchat. What I'd be doing instead is what I did today, actually. I bought some Snapchat for my retirement portfolio. It's safer at this moment in time to just buy some shares and let that ride up over the next few months, because it will recover. It's had some pretty bad times before. If you can see this type of stuff, it's had its moments, but it always comes back up, especially since it is a social media company. And at least for now, I don't think Snapchat's going anywhere. It is probably my least favorite social media app, like below Twitter. But it still has a purpose, I guess you could say. So right now, it's gonna be okay. But I think if you just kind of wait a little bit, wait till it consolidates, then you buy your calls, I think it is eventually going to start roaring back up here once everybody just determines that it's undervalued, okay? I think people are just waiting to get the best price possible. And once they find the best price, then it's going to be too late to buy down low at these levels. But I'll let you know if there's any other flow. Actually, let me see. Above 1 million, let me take that out. Is there any other, hold on. Add the money bought, not above the ask. Snap. Here's all the flow. And a lot of this is expiring 2022, the 6th, May, I don't know, it's May, June. This is June, February, April. So a lot of this flow, the one that expires soon is 11/05, 2021. Those cost 73 cents, and they're expecting to get back up to 56. So if you want to do a play, that could be it right there. But the majority of this money is saying that they want to wait a little bit longer. 10.29, 48 cents, 55. That's a lot of money to put down. So I think somebody was day trading actually today. But so you are seeing a good amount of plays right here. Yeah, this is all just one big sweep here. One guy was just taking it all up. But this is all 218. Yeah, all 218s here. So it's not worth buying and waiting that long unless you want to put up that much cash, because it's going to cost you about $500 per call. Which, I mean, you can do, but I bet you can make some good money by just waiting a little bit longer, waiting for that theta to take the price down, and then once it eventually pops up, then you'd be good. But yeah, right now, Snapchat, buy shares of it, or you can start accumulating options. Just know those options right now for where everybody else is thinking it's going to go, it's going to take some time for that to really kick off. And let's go back over here to SHIB, 5, auto, boom. All right, there we are. Let's put Bitcoin on the 30-minute chart so we can actually see what's going on, because otherwise it's Bitcoin just looks like it's going sideways. Like basically for Bitcoin, guys, we're waiting for a whale to pump us up or drop us down. We're like on the verge of either one happening. Let's see. I can do one of them, Daniel. We can just do DOT. As far as DOT's concerned, what's going on with it? A little messy right now, but we don't need to look at this. Or this, the breakdown, yeah. As far as DOT's concerned, it is still on its overall uptrend, which I kind of like about it. Let me just kind of extend this a little bit further. This does have the potential of coming back down here, though, over the next few days. Coming back down here towards $33, $35. So that's something I'd just be aware of. If it does fall below this trend line, that'd be an obvious sell for me on as far as DOT's concerned. I have some, but it's more of a long-term hold, so I'm not going to actually sell it if it goes down below this level. But right now, it's looking to start a new downtrend as well. The only thing I would say is it's falling down below the 20. It might have a little bit more of a pop today if Bitcoin is able to stay stagnant or have a small boost that we just talked about a few minutes ago. Otherwise, it is going to probably come down here to at least test out the 50-day moving average. On the 4-hour, we have the 200 helping us out, which is nice. On the 3-hour, bounced off of that today. 2-hour already fell down. 1 hour already fell down below. So 3, 4, and day charts, what we're going to be looking at now. Right now, maybe a good pop-up day if Bitcoin's able to stay stable, like I just said. Otherwise, it's going to continue to come down here towards $37 or so. All right. Hey, one in space, Luffy Inu. Never heard of it, but let me give it a shot. Let me take away that. Luffy. Let's try it again. Huh. So yeah, I can't actually help you out with Luffy, my man. I'm so sorry. Unless I can go over here to CoinGecko, maybe. Maybe here I can help you out. Luffy? 434, so not too bad. It's down 11%, a very small amount. Market cap of 100 million, which means it's not likely to hit a penny anytime soon. A little bit of trading volume here, down a little bit here. Is on trading view? Okay, unavailable. Okay. 30 days. Unfortunately, it looks like it wants to come down a little bit more here. I would say if you wanted to buy, you'd want to start doing small positions. But personally, I would not be in this play right now unless I'm trying to do a little bit of a bounce off play off of Bitcoin right now. You do have a little bit of support, maybe down here at... it's telling me this is the line right here. Okay, hold on. Around 1997 level. But after that, this thing could take a downturn pretty fast. So I'd just be careful with this play. Let's see. Hey Monica, thanks for your help for all your help as always. Oh, no worries, Monica. Happy to help you guys out. And just as a reminder, I have about 15 minutes left, and I gotta go head out to my mom's place. Let's see. Hey Christopher, but Shiba is substantial. It's getting accepted to actually buy with, so I think other will start accepting it. Only a matter of time till I make my car payment in Shiba. I mean, I feel like I heard a lot of the same stuff when it came to Doge. I think the reality is it takes a long time for these partnerships to kind of work themselves out and for people to announce them. And so that could be a big boost for SHIB, but at the same time, it's going to be hard for people to comprehend buying something with like 0.00008295 of a coin, like of a penny, right? So we'll see how it turns out. If SHIB does some burning, it'll help it out a lot. But yeah, we'll have to kind of wait and see how that turns out. But remember, guys, don't fall in love with the coin. Fall in love with the money that the coin brings you, and make sure to lock in those profits when you deem it worthy, right? Hey, no worries, Albie. Happy to help you out, my man. And thank you very much for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. Let's see. Hey, Lowell Scratcher. I hope Dogecoin will make a huge comeback. I think it will. I'm looking to start selling my Doge off around 60 to 70 cents, and then from there on I'll scale out. Because if it does go up higher, awesome. But again, this is the big stuff that's going to happen during the altcoin season, guys. That's where you're going to start to see some really crazy stuff that's going to make you like just cry with joy about the money you're making. The only thing is, you know, at this moment in time, you kind of have to do the right thing and buy certain coins when they're really low right now. Like every single time we see a dip, I add a few bucks to a play, and a little bit here, a little bit here, because I know whenever altcoin season kicks off, it could be, heck, I don't even care if it's 5 months from now. Whenever it does kick off, I'm going to be very happy because I'll be just making a bunch of money off of all these coins. And that's why I know, well, most of you guys have been here for a long period of time, but for those of you guys that don't know, I've been streaming all the way since all this all-time high stuff that we saw on YouTube, on Bitcoin. But during this whole time, I was still streaming every day. So I was there when nobody wanted to buy this crap. And then, you know, me and a lot of my subscribers were just taking these small positions in here. And then over time, we were selling some here, 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 you know, and eventually all the way up here. And we still have positions from all this time. And that includes altcoins and other coins. And what we've been doing is locking those profits, then buying back at lower prices. And we've been accumulating just more and more coins, or just taking those profits and going over to other places and making more money with them as well. Every trader has their own style. But, you know, if Bitcoin continues to drop down here, which I probably think it will, but over the next few days, you're going to notice a lot of people getting really mad at Bitcoin and really sad and asking all these types of questions, saying, what's happening? Are we crashing? You know, all that type of stuff. So during that time is usually when I buy some coins. And it usually pays off in the long run. Let's go back here. So 15. There we go. And let me put SHIB on the 15 too. It looks like it wants to make a move, but it needs to pop off sooner rather than later. Because if this thing doesn't pop off soon, it will have a pretty nasty drop below the 20, and it'll keep on going to the 50. I'm hoping it'll pop up sooner rather than later, though. Let's see. Hey, Two Fools Production. Also, search ratings and media coverage is at an all-time high for SHIB. Once media stops covering it, it will most likely lose 40% of its value. Yeah, it'll take a pretty sizable dip here pretty soon. But, you know, it's made a lot of people money. It will still make people money here, hopefully, going forward. But, yeah, I totally get your point there. But hey, I'm not complaining. I made a ridiculous gain on it. Exactly. That's most people. One of our big guys, one of our moderators on this channel, his name is Secret Fish. He made a buttload off of SHIB, I'm guessing. He actually, I'm pretty sure he tanked the price a little bit earlier today when he sold off some of his positions. So he has that much invested in SHIB, so to speak. But he's our local whale. Let's see. Hey, Laurel Scratcher. People are getting greedy. Warren Buffett said you sell now for Shiba Inu. Yeah, probably. I mean, the smart thing to do is to start selling off right now. It's gone up a crazy amount. I mean, it can always go up higher, but at least start scaling out of it if you bought down at a very low level. If you bought up really high and you're just trying to make a little bit of profit off of buying high and selling higher, do what you gotta do. But for those of us who bought down and, like, you know, when nobody else wanted to buy and now we're looking at some nice gains, that's when you gotta be like, okay, well, you know, I like what I see, and I understand that it might go up more, but I need to lock in some of these massive gains so I'm protected in case there's like a big crash while I'm asleep or something like that. Let's see. Oh, hey, Wojak. Hope you're doing well, my man. After hours, it's doing good, I think. Might still get an IRNT. IRNT. Let me take a peek for you. IRNT. Sounds like freaking Skynet. Popped up a little bit. Technology services. IRNT. IRNT. Let me go up here, guys. Short float of 8%. That's what it is. So it is a little bit of a short squeeze here. And are we looking at any good news? IRNT joins Microsoft Intelligence Security Association. Oh, they're going to get some good connections here. Okay. So this is not really something you want to buy and hold. This is going to be something really fun for day trading. And it has options available. So actually, let me just take a quick peek and see if anything actually popped up here. IRNT. Yeah. Option flow data. Oh, there we go. Look at all that flow. Now, I bet that means they were being, so let me see what was actually being bought today. So these calls aren't too expensive. They're somewhere between $100, so let's say $150 and $500 for these calls. And you're seeing strike prices of around, what, $14 to $20, and it's currently at $16. And the $20 ones are around $2. So it's not bad. I would only say probably buy at max 2 to 3 calls here. And how much premium? What's the max premium? 212 at $20 strike price, expiring 5/20/2022. Oh, this is way out. That's way out in the future. Okay, 10/29 this Friday, $8 strike. No, that's too low. 12/17, 10/29, 15. That's not bad. So if you want some really crazy volatility, you can buy some calls that expire this Friday, and that's really what you're going to be day trading some of these options here. You're going to be looking at some, you can buy either calls or puts depending on how it looks. If you guys do want to buy some shares of this, I highly recommend you wake up a little early and you go look at what's happening during the pre-market. The pre-market is going to be a really good sign to see if we're going up or we're going down. Normally when we buy stuff, I like to buy it during the pre-market just because it usually goes up during that time. And then from there, I sell during the pre-market as well. Or I like to hold on to a little bit to see what happens later on. A good example of this is like the DWAC. I know I told you guys yesterday, a betting man would take a small position on DWAC last night, and I told you guys you would want to wake up, buy around here. You could have sold up here, which is what I normally do when I trade during pre-market, because usually during once market opens, everybody sells because they're freaking pissed off and panicking. And what normally happens is everybody used up all their day trades this day, and now they don't have any more day trades, so they have to wait till the next following day to sell out and just cash out, right? And they get mad as it goes up. And you get that normal rumor that hops around. Every time I sell, it goes up. Where happens a lot. Happens to me as well, right? But yeah, so what you're looking at right now is you buy during pre-market, you sell during pre-market if you want to, and then or you could try to hold it and throughout the day and see if it goes up even further. It's not all the time that it works out like that. So this is an opportunity. You buy during pre-market, you sell during pre-market, making money. Could have done it again here, same time, but then once the market opens, it's a whole different ball game for these types of coins here. So options work out fine. I'd probably say, look for options that are fairly close to being in the money but still out of the money, and look for them to be expiring this Friday. The theta will be very intense. The delta will be pretty intense, and so it'll be a good opportunity to day trade them. Otherwise, if you just want to buy some shares, make sure you have the ability to trade during the pre-market hours. It'll just be so much better. So much, but you have no idea. All right, is she popping off yet? It wants to, guys, but it's just taking its sweet time. And again, this thing has to pop eventually, or what's going to happen is it's going to create this little thing called a lip, and once the lip forms, it just starts breaking down really fast. It's like an obvious short signal. You guys have probably seen it before. Something that looks pretty similar to this, especially if you guys like to day trade these penny stocks. It forms like this, and it gets longer and longer this way, and it becomes a little bit overextended, and then it goes whoop, right? Imagine an afro if it gets too wild, like that. So just be mindful of what SHIB is doing right now. I still want it to break out, but it does have a little bit of a time limit. Stocks don't just kind of grind up like this forever. Eventually, with the lack of volume, with a lack of volume, it's not going to be able to pop up there. Fortunately, we live in the world of crypto where whales can come in and pop us up, whenever they deem us worthy. Let's see. Hey, angry driver. Shiba's going mad. Should have gambled up more than $500 when Shiba's at point. Yeah. Well, I did it. I bought only $200 worth of SHIB, and I think right now it's like over 1,000, which has been pretty nice. Well, definitely over 1,000 here. But I probably should have put my money in there. But I didn't. At the time, I wasn't doing things. So I was like, I'll just plop money down here for a long-term hold. Hey, Carl, what do you think about Poly? I think it's fine. I just bought a swing trade on it a few hours ago, and I'm going to be holding it for about 2 months' time. Hey, David, ADA does have potential, but it just broke down beneath its trend line here, so I'd be wary of it at right now. And what I'd be saying is 4-hour chart here, right? If you're going to start taking a small position, you're going to be expecting this level, the support level to hold up. And we saw this support level from way back here. But since Bitcoin may be taking a dip over the next few days, you would expect ADA to come back down maybe to the 175, even to the 160 levels here. So that may be something that you want to just be aware of. You might have some good opportunities to buy some of these altcoins at a much cheaper price if you just wait a few days. If Bitcoin breaks down below this Fibonacci level, if Bitcoin breaks down below the 200 moving average on the 3-hour chart, that's going to lead to like a lot of chaos for the altcoin markets, which will give you a lot of opportunities to buy these coins at a much cheaper valuation, which will be very good for you down the line, because I recommend you guys don't really do too much swing trading right now. You guys just start slowly accumulating positions for an altcoin season that may come in the next few months. This is more of the time where like Bitcoin's shown it has some muscle right now. Start accumulating some coins bit by bit. They will lose money. Some of them will lose money. Some of them will keep going up. But when altcoin season happens, you're just going to watch the profits roll in. The trick is you have to deal with all that pain of just watching your coins lose value every now and again until the alt season takes off, right? And then most people don't want to buy too high. They want to buy exactly at the lowest point they can, which you can definitely try. I rarely catch the bottom of the falling knife when it comes to crypto. Usually what happens is I have a bunch of limit orders down here. For ADA, for example, I have a limit order for ADA right now for $1.55. So like way down here. If for whatever reason there's a huge spike in the next few days, ADA drops under 155, I will buy some. And I could be sleeping, whatever. There's a limit order set for it. I also have limit orders for a lot of other coins, like at 20 to 30% dropping points, like at 20% down from where they are pretty much now, a limit order buy. Then at every 5% below that, there's also a limit order. With each limit order underneath that, like the lower the limit order is, the more money I have invested for that limit order, if that makes sense. The more coins I want to grab at that point. And the strategy usually works out well, but the thing is, the price could easily keep going down below that. So when that does happen, maybe you freak out. It's going to be a tough thing to kind of live with. The same thing kind of happened with Dogecoin here back a while ago. When Dogecoin was hitting these lows over here, I had limit orders at 25 cents, 23 cents, 20 cents, and 18 cents. Okay, and of course these smaller ones weren't too bad. Oh, sorry, it was on this one, this crash. Yeah, there we go. So, this is much faster. So I had them all the way placed down here, okay? And all of them got eaten up. I think we ended up going down at 16 cents, and I didn't have one for 16 cents because I didn't think we were actually going to go down that far. But what ended up happening here is all of my limit orders triggered. But each time you saw the limit order at 27 cents, it lost at one point 40% of its value before it ended up coming just right back up here really fast. So my point is, a little bit of money for this limit order, a little bit more money for this limit order, quite a bit more money for this limit order, and a lot of money for the bottom limit order. But it could always keep on falling, so just be very aware of that. But I'm planning to hold these positions for maybe about 2 months at least until I get a nice sense of altcoin season. Then I'll be looking to sell them off. So it's not going to be as quick of a day trade or a swing trade as these ones were. These ones are much quicker trades where I was just holding it for about a week or two, okay? And then, lo and behold, fantastic results. Those 18 cent calls, 18 cent position that I opened up, it went up within 3 days, 8 hours. It was up 60%. Now, of course, I didn't sell them. I sold my 20s, my 22s, my 25s, and my 27s. I sold all those. But the 18 cent one, I ended up holding, and I bought some more over here, 18 cents again. And then I didn't sell up here. I'm still holding those ones, and I'm waiting for another big move up here a little bit later on. And that goes to my additional SHIB that I have at the average of 0.0024, which I bought a long time ago. But I felt like I needed to buy more Dogecoin because I actually sold half of my Dogecoin up here when Doge broke 50 cents right here. Yeah, so I sold half my Doge right here. I did not get the full gain of it like everybody else did. Or most people, I think a lot of people were able to sell up here. I sold right here because that was my plan. It went up higher, whatever. And then eventually, we know the rest of the story as far as Dogecoin's concerned here. So, overall, it's been pretty nice. And let's go right here. Back to SHIB. There we are. Let me see what's going on here. Oh, if you guys can, please make sure to subscribe and like the channel. I do appreciate it a lot. Hey, Probin, I would say It's one of the levels of support. I would say more of 54, 55,000, but for Bitcoin right now, yeah. What I'm looking at, there's a Fibonacci level right around here, about 58,000 that we're holding on to. And then right below, like 57,893, I think is the number. But we also have the 200 moving average on the 3-hour chart. That's really what's holding up us. That's really what's holding us up right now. So I'm looking at it right now. If we fall down below this, it's just another stair step down. So be watching this, guys. If you guys want to have an alert to see if we break down below this, you could simply go down to what's this website called? TradingView. Right click on the moving average here. Go to add alert, and just say notify me on the app or show me a pop-up. So if I'm looking at it right now, you guys will see a pop-up. I don't do pop-ups because all my other streams are connected to this one account. So if I do a pop-up, you guys will all see it on all the streams, and it'll just be an annoying little box until I get back to my computer to take it off. But you'll notify an app, hit create, and now you have an alert right there ready. So if it does break down below this 200 moving average, then I'll have a little alert that wakes me up on my phone. I'll come rushing back to my computer. I'll see if I want to sell any positions or at least open up a short position, because I know once we break down below that point, we're going to come down. But right now, that's a level of support. We could easily bounce off of this and try to go back up towards 61,000, 60,500 range, and I'd be more than happy to take a little bit of a day trade off of that one. Well, in fact, I actually took a small position already. It's a very small position, actually, like a couple $100 with 20x leverage, and I'm hoping that I can see a bounce back up to 60,000 at least, and then from there I'll take my profits. But if it doesn't work out, I would have lost just maybe about 50 to 80 bucks, so it's not like I'm losing much. But if it works out, I will make about $200 to $300 on the trade. Let's see. Hey, Roger. There's always another trade. Next time, feel free to just buy one call and see what happens. Because you never know if it's going to take off, but only buy one. Never load up on it because you just don't know what's going to happen with the volatility in some of those stocks. Hey, Steve. Hey, Mike. I just noticed Google 2900 on 1029 calls opened the day at only 150 and peaked at 8K. Is it normal for options prices to be crushed after earnings? If so, Amazon can look really good. Let's see. Google 2900 1029 call opened at the day only 150 and peaked at 8K. To be crushed. I don't see it too often. Usually when I see that type of effect happen, Steve, it's usually on the calls that are very hard to afford. So you can trade them, and sometimes it does happen, but it's usually off of those calls that are just really out of like the normal price range for a lot of traders, so like hedge fund type of plays. But yeah, I have seen it happen more often than not, so it could be a good strategy if you want to test it out. I would suggest doing a paper trade on it first to see how it works out, and then if your theory is correct, then start putting some real money behind that move. But I have noticed of it. Let's see. Hello, Scratchy. You sold your Prague stock a few bucks profit, decided to put $1 and Dogecoin on one and Mark stock for $1. Is that a good move? I mean, if it's only a couple bucks, then yeah, that seems perfectly fine. You're not risking a lot there, so yeah, that'd be a fine play right there. Hey, Courtney, I can help you out very fast. She wants to make a move here, but I just don't know how long it's going to take. When I have to go visit my mom here in a few minutes, I'm already kind of running later than I should. What I might do for you guys is I might leave Bitcoin on a 15-minute chart for you guys, and then keep SHIB or something on here as well. But I think I already have a SHIB stream, so if you guys could see that if you wanted to. But SHIB wants to break out here. It really does, and it's just having some trouble. But I want to see it break out here. But we were just talking about Ethereum. I think you said Ethereum. Make sure it's not Ethereum Classic. Yeah, it is Ethereum. Okay. So Ethereum right here. It's bouncing off of the 20-day moving average. I can get rid of all these other levels of resistance now. We broke out of this line right here a while ago. We can delete that. That was a nice buying opportunity. Same with this one. Same with this breakdown that we saw a few days ago. That was the clear sign to sell your Ethereum actually a few days ago here. Okay. So as far as Ethereum's concerned, I'm just going to show you the Fibonacci levels because I think they're actually working out pretty well right now. Over the last couple of weeks, the Fibs have not been lining up, but right now they finally started to line up. So let me see if they work out with Ethereum. I guess not so much with Ethereum. We got a bottom here, kind of more of a top here, bottom there, top there. But yeah, what else is going to happen? and stop there. Okay, so it's going to be okay, I guess you could say. But right now, yeah, right now we're in a little bit of a downtrend as far as Ethereum is concerned. We are bouncing off the 20-day moving average here. Let's move over to the 4. We broke down below that. Is there any other trend lines here? I don't even want to use this one, but there's something that you can see right here. We might be coming back down here to 3,800, 3,750 or so. I think that'd be a good bottom here, and especially as the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart is going to be here to lend us a support as well. So I think Ethereum is fine. I wouldn't really buy it for a few more days though if you're looking to buy it. If you're looking to sell it and buy back lower, you can do that. But you know, Bitcoin can blast up out of nowhere all of a sudden, right? So that's just the one concern you might want to have. But right now, I'd say yeah, Ethereum's going to come down a little bit more. That's fine. It has almost a double top here. And I would be buying some under the $4,000 level, somewhere around $3,900 or $3,800 for as far as Ethereum is concerned. But the real problem with it is right here. If whatever Bitcoin does take a really big hit, Ethereum has the potential to come back all the way down here towards 3,300. So just be aware of that. If Ethereum did come back down to 3,300, I'd be buying up a load of it and using this trend line here as a level of support because this is a pretty sturdy trend line so far. Like once, 2, 3, 4, 5 times it's all bounced up around here, so that is a good support level, which I think would hold if Ethereum came back down to that level. Is it popping off yet? Nope, you guys will just have to watch the other SHIB stream. Let me make sure it's going right here. Hey Probin, is that a coin or a stock? Let me see. There you go. Long term with this. So if you want to buy this and hold long term, you're gonna have to be taking small positions every few weeks, and then just let the average kind of settle off, whether it's higher or lower, it doesn't matter. That's what you'd be doing right now. It doesn't even have a 200 daily moving average yet, so I can't really tell you too much about where it's heading. Short term looks like it wants to go down a little bit more, but it hasn't been hit too hard from the Bitcoin drop off the last few days, which has been pretty nice. If it does start dropping into new lows, that's when I would start accumulating it. I wouldn't really buy it right now unless I'm trying to do a little bit of a bounce play. I would wait for Bitcoin to take a dip here the next few days. It fall down to maybe 75 cents, 70 cents, something like that. And then I'd be much happy about buying some of this. But you could easily just start, like I said, what I said, is taking small accumulations, buy a little bit here. Next week, buy a little bit down here if it comes back down. Next week, it might be up here. The week after that, maybe somewhere up here. And you're just going to take some small positions off of that one. And then you're looking you can hold it for a long term. Maybe at max, put $200 in here for long-term play at $25 intervals every week, $25, or every other week, $50 if you want to do it that way. And that's how I'd play this right now. But as far as long-term, you know, it could definitely go up higher. It looks like a newer coin. But as far as getting the best price, you're going to have to take small positions. You're going to have to scale into this position, basically. All right. Let's see. Hey, Jay. Bitcoin may fall down below the 0.003 level. I had a pretty big dip yesterday. So it definitely can if Bitcoin takes a big drop again. Hey Monica, my target for Matic short term in the next few months is about $2, and I'm going to start to scale off. And I think it has the potential to hit up to $3 during the altcoin season. Hey, there you go, Ghost. I'm happy you made some good money, my man. Hey, Low Roller Scratcher. I may come back on and stream a little bit later tonight, but it really depends on if Bitcoin's doing anything crazy, to be honest. My voice has been getting kind of sore from talking too much, so my answer is maybe. Assume I'm not unless I just kind of pop on randomly, but I may think about it. But I'm literally running late to go visit my mom here, so I'm about to end the stream in a few seconds. But if you guys can, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it a lot. And normally I answer all of you guys' questions when I have time. I just, making dinner for my mother tonight, right? And my sister. But yeah, so right now, guys, as far as what I see from Bitcoin going forward, if we go over here and we look at the fib levels one more time, let's go to the top, right here, and let's go to the 3-hour chart, because right now the 3-hour chart is what's important. You're going to see we're hovering above this 200 moving average on the 3-hour chart. I took a small long position just a few minutes ago when I started the stream, and I'm going to see if I can ride it up to 60,000. and I'll see what happens after that. Then I'll probably sell that position, but it's leverage, so that's how I'm making money off of this trade here. But we do have the shoulder, head, and shoulder for a pretty bearish pattern here, which most likely means we're going to be taking another leg down here. Now, if we do break down below this 200 moving average on the 3-hour chart, that's maybe where you guys want to start opening your short positions, excuse me, and selling some of your altcoins, because that may lead to a lot of altcoins coming down here, okay, even more. And then what I'd be doing is I'd be watching Bitcoin to see if it's going to take a little bit of a break over the next few days above this level right here of the fib line, which is currently 52,705. Now, I don't think we're actually going to fall down all the way down that low. We might, but what I can see happening is on the 4-hour chart, we do have another level of support right here from this moving average. On the day chart, by the time this happens, we should be okay with the 50-day moving average, which I think will be a good level of support for us. But if we do fall down below all these levels and we start like tanking hard, guys, our main level of support for Bitcoin is going to be somewhere around here between 46,000 and let's say 52,000 by the time we get all the way over here. So it's not going to come down like straight like a freight train. It'll be do more in waves. But right now I'm starting to accumulate some altcoins for the eventual altcoin season that's going to take place in the next few months. That's what I'm waiting for right now. All right, let me see right here. Okay, and hey, what is, I do not think Shiba is going to get anywhere near $1. I don't think it's going to get anywhere near a penny. So please don't believe other YouTubers when they tell you Shiba is going to go up to that crazy level. They are just there to entertain you, get money from the ads, and then they don't care when you lose money, okay? So just be very, very careful about trading Shiba. You can still make money with it, but please, oh please, do not expect it to go to a penny, $1, $10, whatever, 10 cents. Don't expect it to go that high. It will not go that high, okay? You will lose money if that occurs. It has to do with market cap, which most people don't talk about on YouTube, but it has to do with the market cap of SHIB, okay? So, yeah, that's about it. I'm running late to go visit my mom. Everybody have a great rest of your day. You guys will be all transferred over to my other Bitcoin stream, so you guys can see all that good stuff here. And thank you guys so much for watching. And yes, I think Ethereum can hit 5,000 by the end of the year. That is actually one of my price targets for it. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your night. Thanks again.